Hey YouTube, Motor Racing Network, Steve Post here, another great Diecast review show. We are so glad you joined us. Wrapping up the racing at Bristol. It took a long time to get finished, but when it did, it was Kevin Harvick, the Busch Beer Colors, rolling to victory lane. His 33rd career win, his second win of the season, and second victory at Bristol. Kevin Harvick's Busch Beer Bristol winner is available. Diecast for pre-order right now. That race winner at planbsales.com. Just in the upper right-hand corner, type in Bristol Harvick, and you will find it. And that race-winning diecast is available for pre-order. That's one you're going to want to have to your collection. So really, really cool for Kevin Harvick. A couple other drivers having a really good day. How about our guy, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.? We've done a lot of work with him here at Plan B Sales over the past, and he had a second-place run. It's his second runner-up finish up at Bristol, so we know that's a good track for him. Austin Dillon, 4th place, and he is securing himself a spot in the chase via points. He's looking very, very strong. And speaking of points, and speaking of the chase, Chris Buescher, how about that? A 5th place run, putting himself inside the top 30 in points now with 3 races left. He just has to hang on to that spot in the top 30 in points. This time, as far as our diecast review goes, we are looking back at a big race winner earlier this year. How about this? Jimmie Johnson at Auto Club Speedway. Remember, last week we did the helmets, the Batman versus Superman. Well, this was Superman, and Superman won the race. So here is that race-winning diecast. Look at all the confetti on top. It was a big celebration. Hometown win, if you will, for Jimmie Johnson. Well, at least home state, as he's not too far away from where he was raised, but a big win for Jimmie Johnson. And look at this. Lionel even throwing in a Superman cape. Yeah, that's right, a Superman cape for the Superman victory at Auto Club Speedway with Jimmie Johnson. And that gives us a chance to remind you that race-winning diecasts from earlier this season are arriving each and every week now. So if you have one that's on pre-order, be expecting it soon to come your way. If you don't have one, go to planbsales.com. Type in 2016 winners, and you can find all of the race-winning diecast, and maybe we can get you one headed your way of your favorite driver in a win earlier this season. But the Jimmie Johnson race winner from Auto Club is available, and we have a few of them in stock right now. All right, let's get to our favorite part of the Diecast Review Show, your questions. Right down below, type them in, and who knows, maybe next time we'll answer your question. Joshua Kirsch writes in, and he says, do you see Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming back so competitive like Tony Stewart and Kyle Busch did? And that question is, of course, with Jr. coming back in 2017. Joshua, I don't know what to expect from Dale Earnhardt Jr. First off, it's tough to compare drivers. Tony Stewart, Kyle Busch, Dale Earnhardt Jr., 3 very different drivers, all successful, but when you look at Kyle and Tony, championship-winning drivers, Jr. hasn't cleared that hurdle yet. Now, maybe next year is the year to do it, because he's certainly a capable driver and a great driver with his 26 wins. Here's my question with Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming back and being as competitive as Tony Stewart and as Kyle Busch. Where's Hendrick Motorsports right now? They're struggling just a little bit. It's been 18 races since their last win. So, consequently, Junior climbs back aboard the Chevrolets, but are his cars going to be as good as Tony Stewart had with Stewart-Haas Racing, or as Kyle Busch has had with Joe Gibbs Racing? Not sure the answer on that one. So, we're just going to have to stay tuned. The good news is Junior is healing, and we can't wait to see him back on the racetrack and see what happens. And maybe, Joshua, he does get as competitive as Kyle Busch and Tony Stewart have been coming back from their sidelined adventures here in the NASCAR world. NASCAR Sprint Cup Series headed to Michigan. It's the Pure Michigan 400, second race at Michigan this year. Again, going with the lesser downforce package. When we look at races at Michigan, there have been 94 races for the Cup Series up in the Irish Hills of Michigan. June 15, 1969, it was Cale Yarborough driving a Wood Brothers car to victory. So they've been racing in Michigan for a long, long time. When looking at active drivers, Greg Biffle, he leads the fleet with 4 wins. Matt Kenseth and Kurt Busch, they each have 3 wins. Carl Edwards, Ryan Newman, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, 2 wins apiece. And Kyle Busch, Tony Stewart, Jimmie Johnson, Kevin Harvick, and Kasey Kahne, all 1 race winners up at Michigan. And Joey Logano picked up the win earlier this year up in Michigan. So, going to be a fun one. Going to be fun to watch along and follow along and see what happens up at Michigan. Now it's time for our question of the week, and this one is all about you. Our question is pretty simple. What was your first diecast car, and do you still have it? So, question of the week, answer them right down below. What was your first diecast car, And do you still have that car? We love talking diecast. We love talking racing with you. So those conversations down below, we want to keep them coming. Also on social media as well. Remember, all of your favorite diecast is available at planbsales.com. So you can check it out. Type in what you're looking for in that search box, and I know we can hook you up with maybe not your first diecast, but your latest diecast. We love that you guys are getting involved with us here on YouTube. We have the comments below. Feel free to mention your comments here. Follow us on Twitter at Plan B Sales, and we'll keep you informed on what we have. And please get some back and forth conversation going, because we love talking racing and love talking with you race fans out there, and we appreciate the business you do give us.